doing? That's right, it's Chuck. We're doing the news. It's almost Christmas. You people excited? There's no one on the chat right now, so I'm gonna, say yes, you are. All of you, all zero of you are super excited. Okay, let's go. We're gonna go. We're gonna jump straight in there. We're gonna raw dog this, my friends. A vote for Brian K. Morris and become Team Trevor. Your vote is greatly appreciated by Team Trevor. This is called Bachelor's Grove. Let's see if my computer will allow me to look into it. Okay, I just saw a picture of Ming Chen and Travis Gibb. Like they weren't in the same picture, but they were side by side, and that got me really, really excited for a second. I was like, Travis, how have I not fucking heard this? Holy crap! All right, let's look at this. Doesn't really say a lot else, actually. This is okay. See, remember last week, Chuck kind of went off on a little rant. This is. I love Brian K. I got to be on an interview with him the other day. I just, oh my gosh, he's personality personified. He's so fun. What a fun dude. Man, I liked being in a video with that dude. Seriously. But let's. I mean, take a look at this. It looks cool, and it's got the name. And that's something that I want to be able to reach. For people to be like, hey man, it's got Chuck's name on it. That's a big deal. And I think, I'm moving forward. I'm moving towards that hopeful eventuality. But right now, I'm still just a dude. So let's keep pushing. Now on Kickstarter, Zen and the Ephemeral. I love the name. A comic about wellness and spirituality. A funny but profound story of wisdom and insanity. En français? Oh. As a French Canadian, now I gotta look at it. See? You never know the stupid little things that sell someone. All I saw were the words en français, and I was like, okay, I gotta check that out. Fuck off. Really? There we go. Why don't we watch this real quick and see what we got going on here? Thank you, Lonnie.
Hi, my name is Laurence Diadian, and I'm a comic artist from Montreal. Through my I want to show that everyone has a hard time accepting who they are every now and then, but that those weaknesses are the keys to our greatest strengths. My first project, Neurals, was a success on Kickstarter in 2016, and the experience made me want to continue with the sequel, Zen and the Ephemeral. Whereas Neurals is a feel-good metaphor for the changes I went through during a depression, Zen and the Ephemeral explores more deeply what it's like to really be at peace with yourself and the world around you. It follows the story of Moy, who tries to put closure to her past by signing up to a 10-day meditation retreat. Turns out to be a lot more difficult than the vacation she was expecting. This story, like Neurals, is based on true events. Staying at a meditation center was one of the hardest things I've ever done. I was hungry, tired, frustrated at myself, and I started seeing things. But it also turned out to be one of the most enlightening experiences in my life. I've been told my stories have changed a few lives for the better. I'm grateful they were able to help others like they've helped me. I'm happy to share Zen and the Ephemeral with you now, in the hopes that it helps even more people. Zen comes as a softcover 7x10 comic book with 128 full-color pages, and most of the work is already done. They'll be printed locally and shipped to contributors by spring of 2019. There's plenty of goodies available, including the opportunity to be featured in the comic itself. The funds will mainly go to printing, but we'll also need them for shipping and merch and the usual service charge. plenty of ways you can help to spread the word about the campaign. You'll be supporting the conversation about wellness and the importance of accepting who you are, as well as Canadian and Quebecer comics, like these guys. So help us make the world a better place by reading good comics. Thanks for everything. You are amazing and awesome.
Well, that was beautiful. I really like that. That, honestly, guys, that is a perfect Kickstarter video through and through, 100%. First off, I really like the idea of it. I think it's a beautiful idea. That sounds really nice. I'm gonna find some way to support that. That's beautiful. So good on them. Way to go, Laurence. That's right. Tucky's got a little bit of that French accent going on too. Oh yeah. But no, seriously, beautiful. And that video through and through, I think everything was perfect. She kind of hit all the notes. Guys, for you out there who are trying to make a video, check out Zen and the Ephemeral, because that video was terrific. And it's not just about, what she was talking about and stuff. That was all great, but she hit all the right points. She used multimedia and all sorts of stuff. I think it's terrific. Well done. Here's the first rough sketch of Ogre and the Spirit by Sean Daly. That's really cool. Ogre, I think issue 3 is just about set to come out. I've been holding back on that one. Just because I've been poor as shit, and I'm hoping that by the time they decide to make it into a trade paperback or a graphic novel, I'm rich, and then I can get the whole thing in one shot. Chuck, will that work? I don't know, but one may only hope. Nightmare Oasis, now on paperback via Amazon. This book is not filled with fluff and lighthearted fun. There are no jokes, no funny musings, nothing like my other works. This book, I feel like this is a very negative, like, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have that. Why don't you tell me what it does have? And remember, Rob actually called me out on it, and well, not called me out on it, but he said, Chuck got into a rant, it was hilarious, and I'm not going to push myself into that, but I am going to react honestly. And so far, I'm just like, no jokes, no funny musings, nothing like any of my other works. Well then, how are you selling that? Because if you're basically saying to your audience, everything you like that I've ever done, this is not like it. It's like, well then, maybe it's not for me. Tell me what it is. Don't tell me what it isn't. Please. We're gonna look at this one next week, and we'll see if anything has changed. And if it hasn't, I'll still check it out. Luchadores, Rey Diablo, and Ave de Fuego are about to throw down with the vampiric queen Rockadora and a horde of zombies. Okay, that's pretty badass. That's pretty badass. I like that a lot. That sounds really cool. See, just this that smackdown of sentences that hit me, and I'm like, okay, cool. That's exciting. I'd want to check that out. So good for you. Monday, art break from Chris Mad. This looks like The Turtle Who Laughed. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Chris Mad, if you guys don't know him, you're ridiculous. He does great work. He really is a talented mofo. Definitely worth checking out. But, yeah, that looks like the Ninja Turtle Who Laughed. Yeah, warming up with a dark turtle, the turtle who laughs. Yeah, see? That's exactly what it is. Must have been that cold pizza this morning. That's badass. I like that a lot. That's a really good match. I like a good matchup. I really do. I hope one day somebody decides to match up one of my things. I actually had someone offer. Now, in the comic business, we get offers all the time. I've already, in my first couple years, gotten tons of offers that have just not fallen through. So, an offer is just an offer. But I had a woman offer to do the caretaker from Welcome to the Void and do a female caretaker, and I was like, that's pretty exciting. So I haven't heard anything else about it. We'll see if anything happens, but that'd be That'd be pretty fucking cool. Vulture Comics Nomad variant cover by Saint Yak and R. Nugent colors on Kickstarter February 1st. Okay, that's cool. Let's. This is a variant cover. This is some big names. Let's check all this out. Oh, that looks badass. That looks really badass. Alright, there's not really much more information. So I would ask for more information, but that's pretty, yeah, that's a pretty badass image. We have the Starfall Saga. It's a post-apocalyptic action drama comic. This is, I believe, written by Kostas Evangelidakis. Evangelidakis? I don't know. I might not have completely screwed up that one. But I have heard of this one. I have seen this one roaming around. Yeah, we had a little bit of quiet there as I was unsure how to continue. Well, once you've completely destroyed that poor dude's name, where do you go from there, Dick? I like this cover. I like this cover a lot. It's evocative. It evokes a feeling, and I'm not even 100%. It doesn't necessarily evoke anything specific. Like, I don't 100% know what I'm looking at or what this is, but it is exciting. I want to know, like, what is this? Where is this going? The Starfall Saga is a post-apocalyptic action drama comic. See, guys, already, so many of those posts were just put up. And the thing is, you guys have to understand something. When Rob is the one who does most of this work, so, you know, thing is, he can't pull from you all this information. He can't say, oh, I need more information every fucking time. So, if he thinks, okay, well, it's cool, let's see if it sells itself, he'll put it up, and then, you know, he'll leave it to the wind, and if people want to look at it, they'll look at it. Look at this. This is called information. Now I can utilize this to find out if this is something that I want to check out. So why don't I tell you about it, and maybe we'll check it out. The Starfall Saga is a post-apocalyptic action drama. When the stars fell from the sky for the first time, the demons crawled from the depths of the 12 hells and stepped their feet upon the earth. That is when the downfall of mankind began. Many years from now, the earth has been destroyed, and there is a lack of water, food, and natural resources. Only a few million humans have survived, the majority of which live in major cities called metropolis. Without the knowledge of the past, humanity has descended into a new dark age. The existing technology is mostly beneficial for the rich and powerful. Meanwhile, a new religion has been formed to torture and control mankind. Cruel kings rule the world, with the church supporting their oppressive regimes. As if the above were not enough, a blood disease was cast upon mankind like a plague, making blood so valuable that it's being used as currency. Okay, that's a lot. There's a lot going on there. So really interesting. I would definitely take a look at that, check it out. I would want to see a preview of that, because there's a lot going on there, and you go, okay, well, is this one issue? Is this a series? Is this a graphic novel? So those are things to consider when you put that up. But that looks cool. I'm fairly sold on that. I will, for me, and this is just me personally, but I will definitely keep my eyes out for that, because it looks good and it looks like it could be good. It would make a good review for Chuck's Raw Reviews. Just saying. Besides fighting her depression and her life falling apart, Creek has the Vitiat cult hunting her. Okay, oh, this is Tainted. Okay, now I'm only opening this up because it's Tainted, I know the names behind it. But this would not have made me want to necessarily open it up all by myself. I'll be honest. Who are the Vitiat? What's their mission? Why do they need Creek? Tainted. Find out on Kickstarter. Give us her blood! Maybe move that over a bit so we can see the give, though it's obviously assumed. And then that's about all they tell us. But that looks pretty cool. I might check it out. Grey Hat, a weird western. Grey Hat is a weird Western, issue 5 of Grey Hat, a weird Western, the 36-page finale. Oh, so this is the last page. Back Grey Hat now on Kickstarter by clicking here. And you know what? That's cool. All you told me was weird Western. So I'm going to hold off on that one. And the thing is that Rob's going to go into this shit on the... Shit. I don't mean this shit. But he's going to go into Kickstarter stuff on his stuff. So right now I'm just putting this on your radar. And if you guys excite me, I will go further into it and check it out. Literally, like, that's all we know. It's a weird Western. Well, what does that mean? I'm not sure. Rob will be checking that out. I will be waiting to see if you guys give me some more information. Give me a reason to check out the Kickstarter, like they did up here. All right? Beast King 3 coming in January to Kickstarter. The Kickstarter for issue 3 of Beast King will hopefully be coming in January. Okay, I'm going to click on this. Would I normally? No, I'll be honest. This here has not sold me. I don't think it would sell just anybody. It sells me for 2 reasons. One, I know Beast King. I know Shane Morrison. So I'd be like, I would already be like, okay, cool. Let's check it out. I'm very interested in that. Here's the other thing. Chuck's the editor for it. So I know that it's good. So I'm going to... And so now you're going to be like, Chuck only shows stuff that matters to him. No. Though this is my session as the news anchor. So I get to do that. And yeah, I get to pick through stuff. But I know that I can tell you for sure that this is a good book. And I want you guys to understand something. I don't want my name attached to shit. Okay? I don't want my name attached to shit. And I have actually said to people before, I'd rather not. No, thank you. And it's because the whole point for me personally as an editor is to make something the best that it can be. And Shane and I went back and forth to try to make this as good as it can be. Understand, when I'm the editor, I don't do a lot of the... I don't really work with the art much. I will be probably... I do usually get to see some of the early stuff. And I get to read and check out the whole issue when it's finally done. But script-wise, story-wise, moving forward-wise, it's looking pretty cool. And I think you guys will enjoy it. If you've already enjoyed Beast King, this will continue to move things forward. And if you haven't, it might give you a good reason to go back and check out the other stuff. I think I jumped now on Kickstarter. White Widow Expanded Comics Universe. I will check this out. Look at all these books. That's selling me right there. You have a crap ton of books. What is going on with all of this? What is this? Though I will say, she reminds me way too much of, like, Spider-Gwen. Like, way too much. Like, I would, what are the chances that any kind of legal action could come about? I have no idea. But look at all those books. What do you guys see in common there? Well, first off, that's kind of great. Is that a Markiplier comic? My kiddo really enjoys Markiplier. I think that's a Markiplier comic that they've done there, right, Becca?
I'm not... Yeah, it literally says his name.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean... this stuff, it looks pretty badass. There's not a lot of... witness the birth of an entire universe. The Absolute Comics universe is here, and it all starts in earnest with the launch of the hugely popular Widow comic by Jamie Tyndall. This consists of 8 ongoing titles. White Widow, Amped, Katrina, Dual Identity, First Defense, Wayward Sons, Darkon, and Wayward Legends, and 1 miniseries of 4-part Markiplier events. See, I was right. These stories span genres such as sci-fi, fantasy, superhero, horror, mystery, comedy, drama, intrigue, thrillers, and much more. All right, cool. I like checking out a good universe. Definitely. I'm starting to wonder, like, should I be giving my opinions? Like,
Yes.
What kind of news do we want here? Do you just want the news?
The good news.
Or you want the good news? My kid wants the good news. So if you guys just wanted to hear regular news, you're shit out of luck. The creative process. Fuck your comfort zone. Throwback thread. That's cool. And I remember this one. If you're a writer, artist, 5-page of your script, no matter how bad it is. Okay, so I think the idea of this is just fucking do it. But go check that out. Now off Kickstarter after a success, Book of Voices. Congrats. I always love seeing books successfully leave Kickstarter. So good for you. And this holiday season was rough. I think it usually was particularly rough on Kickstarter. So good for you guys. Now off of Kickstarter, Mind to Avenge, Book of Layla. I believe that's from Evolution, whom I am currently working with. I'm working with my dude, Travis Gibbs, on a book for that. So keep your eyes out for Dog Days. Just throwing that one out there. Check out 21st Century Sandshark Studios, The Art of Dan Noakes. That looks pretty badass. Very, very gritty, very, very indie looking. And I know Rob probably hates when I say that kind of thing, but it does have a very indie look to it, and there's nothing wrong with it. Indie can span everything. Chill out, everybody. Johnny Phantasm, Work in Progress by Patrick Thomas Parnell. That looks... I like the artwork on that. And I look at that. This is something I almost never see. He's using an actual pencil. I almost never actually see anyone use an actual pencil. Usually it's like the Copics, the all that kind of stuff, but this is an actual... And I think that's actually a Santa pencil. Either that or a snowman pencil. I don't know. That's cool.
Maybe
I like that.
a snowflake pencil.
No, that looks like a snowman. There's no real snowflake to it.
Oh, yeah.
Time Grunts Volume 2, Work in Progress. Alright, here's something I'd love to talk about. Donation for Stabity Bunny creator Rich Rivera. Stand up for one of the most supportive and nicest indie creators. It's a throwback thread, but this is still very recently. He's still, excuse me. He still needs help and is still being taken care of. Let's go into this. I do want to check this out. This is actual news. And I don't know a lot about Stabity Bunny. I've never checked it out. It doesn't come off as... Everyone talks about this book and is excited about this book, so I'm sure it's great. It's not necessarily a genre that speaks to me, but the talent, like the artwork and the excitement that has been brought out in fans is obvious. It speaks for itself. It doesn't need me. So that's just cool. A sad truth for creators in America is that when you get sick, it costs money and takes you off the road. In these moments, we must stand together and help rise those in need. And now we find our good friend, Richard Rivera needs us to stand with him. I will consider this a personal favor to all who stand up now and share this and donate what they can. Folks, as you may or may not have heard by now, Stabity Bunny creator Richard Rivera is dealing with some health issues that have left him hospitalized. With the severity of Richard's situation, he is unable to work at this time and has medical bills and everyday life bills to pay. Being a community of incredible support, I've decided to try and raise money for Rich and his family in their hour of need in the comic book community. Rich had a minor stroke at the tail end of New York Comic Con this year, which has led to other health concerns and issues as of right now. With the diagnosis being what it is, Richard was told he would be staying at the hospital for an undetermined amount of time while tests and treatments are being performed. Rich is getting better daily and is a fighter through and through. Although the world of Stabity Bunny is understandably on a hiatus at the moment, it certainly does not mean he won't be back and with a huge bang for sure. One last thing, I have been speaking with Richard over the past days and weeks, and he would really like to thank everyone for their kind wishes and incredibly thoughtful messages. Being that Rich is a man of such passion for the industry he has so richly contributed to, Rich is more bothered by not being able to be at cons interacting with fans or creating his incredibly popular world of Stabity Bunny than he is about his health. I very much hope you folks can find it in your hearts to help out a man who has given so much to us, the fans. All proceeds will go directly to Richard Rivera. I just wanted to mention that in case there was any question. Our friend and fellow comic book enthusiast is in need. Let's show Rich exactly why Scout fans and Stabity fans are the kindest and most incredible fans in the comic book community. Thank you for your time and have a wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. Beautiful. Everything I needed was right there. Everything. Never mind the furthermore with Brian K. Morris after LaffyCon. So this is him talking about LaffyCon and how that went for him, all that kind of stuff. I check out a show now and then. I don't check out a lot of shows though. So breaking the number one rule: don't share a good idea till you do it. I think that's a very good. That's very good actually. Until you start really making things happen, don't talk about it. Or at least, talk about it with your trusted people, Cost View Capture, Cthulhu for President by Eduardo Miguel Castel. That is badass. That looks really good. People talk about Cthulhu for President, but he is. That's really cool. Featured Kickstarter, Guardians of Urloth. A guardian protects the realms of men from the outside manipulation of ancient dark magic. See, that's a great quick elevator pitch. It's interesting. It makes someone want to look into it. I'm going to go quick because I do have to leave soon. Mondays are always crazy for me. I know you guys never get enough of my time. Life is so difficult.
Oof.
Did you just oof, Becca?
Yep.
Let's check out Guardians of Urloth. It's 1 minute, so we can do that. Oh. Okay. Cool. That's... I find it funny, though, is that they're like, be a Guardian on Kickstarter, and then it's like, become a part of the Indiegogo army. I'm like, well, fucking which one is it, guys? you gotta... Are you picking one? Are you doing both? What's going on? Tampa Bay Comic Con Cost View album with top 10 captured. That's a throwback thread. Oh, excuse me, guys. Kathy Said brought the Baroness to life at Tampa Bay Comic Con 2016. Come watch the 7 deadly questions you battle against Batwoman and her sidekick Panda Dash. That's another throwback thread. Featured Kickstarter Tainted. We already kind of talked about this one. Again, I don't have a lot of time, but we're, Tainted. Check it the hell out. For all your cosplay stuff, or sorry, all your Kickstarter stuff, check out Indie Advocate's various Kickstarter days. I don't 100% know when the days are, but it's on the it's on the page, and the videos stay on here, so you can always go check them out. Cost View, Trish, aka Electrish, and Secret Id, aka Batgirl versus the Seven, throwback thread. Comic-Con Highway, obviously that's already happened, but very cool. Some good people, Joseph Dewis, Andy Shaggy Cordy, Mr. Anderson, Brian K. Morris, some great names there. Good people doing good stuff. Assassin's Creed Florida Brotherhood brought the cosplay to Tampa Bay Comic-Con. We celebrate Patricia Althouse for bringing characters to life in a stunning fashion. Okay, I didn't know this was up here. A possible new Void story. I just realized that Chris from Welcome to the Void looks an awful... Okay, so this was honestly, this shouldn't get you to want to open it up. This is just, I did something, and Rob, because he loves this shit out of me, and because this is a part of the Advocators, he wanted to put this up. So let me give this some context. For those of you who didn't read Welcome to the Void, and we can still be friends. It's okay. This is technically a page from Welcome to the Void. Here's the thing, though. If you did read Welcome to the Void, none of this was in there. It had completely different dialogue. What we've done is, and this is Rob Anderson's lettering. Rob Anderson came in and did a lettering job. It's a 4-page issue, and it's people inside the void watching the goings on of Manny's day of issue 0. And so I'm really excited for this piece. I really feel like it blows up that world. It makes it a lot more exciting for people. It really gets you excited for the coming issues, and I think it's a really cool take. I really love what's going on there. So I'm super excited for this, and that's going to be in the Advocator, which is coming out very soon to Kickstarter. I think you guys are going to have a freaking blast with it. I think the Advocator is going to be a big deal. It's going to be a lot of fun and really cool, and hopefully this is something that gets you guys excited, and hopefully for those of you who haven't read The Void, who have gotten the Advocator, hopefully that will make you want to check out the rest of it. So there you go. That's pretty awesome. Here's what I wrote. I said, oh wait, are those different words that was posted in the original issue 0? Is this some sort of issue 0.5 or something? And will it be hitting Kickstarter later this month as a part of the Advocator? Maybe. That's Chuck being coy as always. Oh, Chuck, what will we do with you? Breaking news, a pop-up con in Ohio by Victor Dandridge Jr. in honor of Spider-Verse. Dude, I have heard nothing bad about that movie. Nothing bad at all. Everyone who's seen it is like, this is the best fucking movie ever, blah, blah. Like, I'm honestly, at this point, I just want to meet the one dude who's like, meh, I don't know. And I don't know, just everyone has loved it. They're getting me excited for it. And, I mean, I was like, yeah, I'll watch it. I'm sure I'll enjoy it, but I wasn't excited. Now I'm excited because everyone's just freaking out about it. We saw this one. Milestone moment for Bob, Sally, and Ogre. This is an exclusive Katie Cook cover. Yeah, I've seen this cover. This is actually pretty cute. All right, and now we're getting into stuff that we've already talked about. So I think that's pretty much our day, guys. Thank you so much for having me, as always. I love hanging out with you guys, and I know that it's just such a limited time. If you want to see, you can always track me down on Facebook. It's Chuck Pineau. You can always find me on Twitter at Chucky Pin, or you can, if you're interested in the books that we're putting out, you can check out Bonfire Press on Facebook as well. But more importantly than my piddly shit is Indie Advocates. All the great people that we're advocating for, that's really what this is about. Not me, but this. So please come, continue to check out Indie Advocates, and continue to support all of these amazing creators who have worked their asses off. Everybody, thank you for another great show. I love you guys all very much. Have a great holiday if I don't hear or talk to you before then. And whoa! As always, peace, love, and comics.